My name is Natalie Pohl, and I am the principal of the George School in Brockton, and I've been in Brockton for 22 years. I think one of the biggest successes that we've seen so far is with the size of our building. We have over 1,000 people under our roof, 925 children, 100 plus staff on any given day. So to really have a school-wide initiative that everyone is focused on, from the teachers, the secretary, the MTAs, the paraprofessionals, the cafeteria workers, our lunch ladies, and everyone is talking the same language, I think is really important. And again, it was an opportunity for us to really come together as a school to create and articulate the kind of school that we wanted to create for students.
It was clear that the staff was ready to move forward towards becoming a trauma-sensitive school. And teachers were ready to change their mindset about the way students behave, why they behave in those ways, and what we can do to help them improve their behavior as opposed to strictly punishing students for their behavior.
I had asked the staff members if there was anyone that would like to join me in creating a safe and supportive school team to please let me know. And I was really surprised by the number of staff that emailed back and said they wanted to be part of it.
When I realized that the way that we have been working with children since I started school had to change. When I first started teaching, everyone had to sit in rows. There were no small groups, and if you had a quiet classroom, you had a good classroom. There was no such thing as productive noise. Everything was discipline, discipline, discipline.
One thing that we've learned is that if a child isn't ready to learn, it doesn't matter what lesson you have or what materials you have or how fantastically you present it. If they're not ready, they're not ready. And so what we do is we work very hard to make sure our children come in every day and that they're greeted, they're welcomed, and they realize that school is a safe place for them.
So morning arrival was another one of those structural changes that we had made in our school about 3 years ago, and really wanted a safe way for our students to enter the building. But every morning a team goes outside and we're greeting the students and welcoming them to the school day. We started shaking hands or giving fist pumps and things like that. So the kids smile, they look forward to it. The parents are smiling, the kids are smiling, and it's just a nice way to start your day.
There's my Austin. Have a great day. Good morning.
All of our staff members are a really important part of the whole George School team. Our custodians are wonderful. Mr. Webster is out front every morning greeting students as they come in. Many parents have stopped and just have said, he is the best custodian ever, and they just really love his greeting and his smile every morning. Mr. Smith is another one of our custodians, and on any given day you can find him sitting with a table of students in the lunchroom and talking to them and finding out about their weekends or their days or what they like to do. It's just really nice to see them developing relationships with our students, and that's really important. It's all about developing relationships.
What else goes along with the word? What's there? That's great.
Can you show us where it goes?
There were two main areas that teachers felt or staff felt that we needed to work on: communication and connectedness, building that sense of community. And at first we really focused on the adults in the building and how the adults interacted with one another, connected with one another, communicated with one another. So our first professional development that we had with teachers was a building-wide opportunity for all staff to attend. Our custodians, our cafeteria ladies, everyone participated. And I can't tell you how many people at the end of that training came up to me and said, we needed this, and these are our students, and what can I do? What's our next step? So I feel like they were facing these challenges in their classrooms, and they were looking for it to be addressed and how we could work together to create some changes. So they were ready for it. So when we started talking about how we could connect our students to one another, lots of different ideas were brought to the table. but we wanted something that was easy to implement, wasn't a heavy lift for teachers. Teachers are very busy, they have a lot on their plates. We wanted to make it something that was natural. So we came up with the idea of Breakfast Buddies. The idea was to connect with a classroom that you don't normally get to talk to.
So we've been doing Breakfast Buddies in my classroom with a few different classes. We find that it's hard sometimes with all of the different programs that we have here at the George School for kids to not feel like they're kind of pigeonholed into which classroom they belong to.
And so after Breakfast Buddies is done and they come in, one of the things I'll do at morning meeting is say, oh, who made a new friend today? What are they going to do this weekend? So you kind of hold them accountable, but at the same time, you're giving them a chance to be social. And breakfast is a great time to do that.
Natalie really values everybody's input and feedback, and you really feel that you are affecting change in the school. This isn't just a one shot and done. This is something that's become part of the fabric of the school, part of the everyday working of the school, and it's something that's really important to me to continue.
Mrs. Pohl shares this with everybody, not just the teachers, custodial staff, cafeteria workers, paraprofessionals, teacher assistants, nursing staff. Everybody is involved. Anybody that works with children knows about our action plan and what we do here at the George School.
I'm Dr. Claudia Gallagher. I'm one of the adjustment counselors here at the George. One of the things we do is the tranquility room. We learn to really pay attention to what our five senses tell us. We teach the kids to be able to read themselves so that they know that they can choose to react to things in the way that is best for them. They don't have to feel that they are at the mercy of what happens outside of them.
It's been hard to describe what a trauma-sensitive school, what it is. And when people come to visit, I feel like they want to see one specific thing, but it's not one specific thing. It's many different parts all moving at the same time, and how everyone in the building comes together and how we work with each other and how we work with our children to create that welcoming, safe, and supportive environment.
I would say the culture of the school right now is, I guess, a culture of family. You know, I don't know any other way to describe it. I do refer to our students as friends because, I don't know, that's just kind of naturally what has happened. And so we all support each other. You know, the kids support each other, adults support each other, and we see kids supporting, you know, adults too.
In terms of teaching and learning, I think the tone that you're using, smiling, eye contact, your body language, allowing students to share, just giving them that minute to be heard.
Everyone's opinion is valued, and I think that's a huge benefit that we've had since we've gone to a safe and supportive school, is that it doesn't matter what your job is, your knowledge is valued, your knowledge of the children, your knowledge of the school, and you have something to bring to the table, so please bring it.
I think that's one of the biggest changes that I've seen in this building since we implemented our action plan. Just, you know, the staff that really has a raised awareness that these children are doing so much more, and that there's a recognition and, you know, a mind shift in that we're teaching not only academics, but we're teaching social and emotional learning as well.
I just love how this work tied so nicely to initiatives that are already happening within the building, what it's done for our climate and the culture within the school. It's, you know, who doesn't want to come to, you know, a happy place to work?